Hi everyone, I hope all of you are healthy or will be healthy very soon. My name is Valeria. Usually we meet each other every first Monday of the month at Foyer International on our cultural evenings. But this semester the situation is different. Therefore, the event today will happen online and I hope you all enjoy it. Unfortunately today I won't be able to offer you a free buffet, but I can offer you an interesting talk with an international student of our university. We will talk about life in Göttingen, experience of quarantine, and we will also make a small trip to Greece because our first guest is a medical student from Greece, Konstantinos Tsaknakis. So let's talk. So hi Kostas, thanks again for being here tonight, and how you've been doing?
So pretty fine, really nice, especially now with the nice weather here in Göttingen. After a lot of months I finally see sun.
Yeah, you also posted many salsa videos in your Instagram.
Also, yeah, many times, yeah, this is really.
Mm-hmm. But have you been working also during the quarantine?
Yeah, that's true. You know, I'm the 6th year medical students were not dismissed during the quarantine. They needed us for help, they needed us for support, so I had to go there, yeah.
But you didn't have any contacts with like corona patients?
No. I'm not like, in my station is near this kind of station with corona. I try as much as I can to be really to take care really in the hospital. Just, you know, I wear always a mask, always like keep distance from patients, and especially in this type of station like the corona station, no, I have not been there.
Did you have a choice to go back home and sit at home during quarantine, but you chose to stay here and work full time?
Yeah, my colleagues in Greece were all dismissed, also like the 6th year medical students, and I prefer to stay here, help as much as I can with this situation. I also applied for voluntary work, like with the corona patients. I'm waiting now for the answer, and this for me is like, how to say this, it's also an honor, you know, when you're working hard, and I know it's kind of balance things. You have also to enjoy life and you have to work, but during this situation you really have to offer, you know. And I want to do this. Yeah.
So can you say that this situation with corona outbreak changed your life somehow or influenced your daily schedule?
Yeah, like I think to most of us. The thing is like as a person I'm always, you know, like too social. I also, as we say in German, lebendig. Like I try also to come to contact with people, to touch them, and this got me really. I mean, when you have to keep distance from people. But the good thing is that although we have this quarantine, we're still allowed to go into outside. So we have also like some kind of ways just to deal with the situation. For example, I have never used in my life too often, you know, programs like Skype, programs like WhatsApp, like a common video call. And yeah, there are ways we can deal with the situation, I think.
It's true. Why did you choose to study in Germany in the first place?
Okay, so in Greece, and I think generally all over the world, we hear that here in Germany, the universities and the level of education is really high, especially like when we have to do with medical stuff. And I learned a lot of things here, to be honest. I had the opportunity to go every day to operations, that this thing cannot be done so easily in Greece. For example, my first 3 months were in surgery department. 2 operations per day. That's awesome for me. I have seen many cases and patients.
Do you remember your first impression of Germany?
My first impression, you mean like when I came here?
Yes.
It was completely different of what I thought it was. I mean, in Greece we hear many things, many myths about Germany. For example, that German people are not too, social, not a little bit cold. When I came here, I realized and I saw just a completely other view of Germany. All the people here, or at least most of them, were social in a way that, are you from a country like Portugal? Are you from a country like Spain, from Mediterranean?
And you are a part of Erasmus program, right?
Yeah.
And how do you find the work of Erasmus organizations here? Does it help to adapt faster and find friends faster?
Yeah, especially there are many organizations. I can name 1 or 2.
Yeah, sure.
Like for example, ESN. I loved people there, really. They were social, they were kind of open-minded, they were always organizing events to go outside, always, new things to do, trips everywhere, and you really have many, opportunities to meet people here. Well, you have also to, strive for it, to go for it, yeah, I got so many chances, to be honest, here.
So, and I know that you wrote a song for your friends which you met.
Yeah, okay.
Is there a story behind?
There is a story behind it, which took place right here in Barracuda. It was the last, Barracuda party of 2019, and okay, we are on Erasmus people. Okay, we have also to drink a little bit. I don't know if I should say some things like in camera. Okay, and I came back home at 2 o'clock drunk. Okay, and I took the key to the music room, just went there, and I'm like, okay, whatever I will sing now, it will be recorded. And I just started the melody there, and okay, that's a really nice idea. I shall mention all the people, like all of my friends that I met here.
So
this is the background story.
Each line of the song dedicated to one person.
Exactly, yeah. I was just guessing, how could it be without my love? If you wanna have a dream and you wanna have a body, come with me, let's have some time, follow me, dance together till the end, till morning light. If you wanna have a dream and you wanna have a body, come with me, let's have some time, follow me, let's dance together till the end, till morning light.
So, Konstantinos, do you consider yourself as a real Göttinger already?
Yes.
Let's check it out. Here I have an actions written down on these pieces of paper which a real Göttingen must do in this city. And we will try to answer all these questions, and who did all these actions will win. I'll put it here and put the stone. And the guest starts.
Have you ever tried to kiss? Yeah, of course. Wait, Lisa. Lisa, you mean the Gänselichen?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I tried it. Yeah, but they got me down because they said, "Oh, Kostas, you're drunk. Come on, get down." And the police will get us. You get a fine if you do this.
I think so.
Okay.
If they catch you.
If they catch you.
But yeah, they are not very active in catching people who tries to kiss Lisa. So we can try it again. Have you ever set an alarm for 7:55 in order to register for a German course? I did, and I do it every semester because the places are always taken and I must do this manipulation. Have you done it?
Yeah.
But it's mine now. Your turn.
Have you ever tried to avoid paying for radio and TV? Really, this is like that in Switzerland.
You're leaving soon, it's okay.
It's gonna be seen up from all the university here, you know.
I know the answer.
Okay, I will try to answer neutral. My neighbor pays for me.
Okay. Have you ever called the police to complain or your neighbors, or did they complain on you?
Okay, I think both. I think both, yeah. okay, karma strikes back. Okay, I mean, like, I think like
Nobody complained on me.
like in when okay. I did it in November, and they came, and then I had to do it for my neighbor that lived like upstairs for me, and that happened before 1 month.
So it's a combo. They complain on you, but
Yeah,
you complained
exactly.
on somebody else.
It's like a food chain.
That's smart. That's smart. Yeah.
Perfect.
Tips from a Greek guy.
So, have you ever played flunky ball?
You don't know what flunky
like-
ball is.
It's like beer pong.
It's not a beer pong. It's like two teams standing in front of each other, and they all have bottles of beer, and in the middle there is a bottle, and then you have to smash it with a ball.
Ah, yeah, I've played it, yeah.
So did you play that? Okay, then the point goes to you. Okay. Have you ever forgotten that the shops are closed on Sunday, so you have stayed without food? Yes. And the donors saved my life.
Yeah, look, yes, obviously. I mean, like, and the thing is, like, I didn't have even pasta to eat. So, firstly, the donors save your life, but donors like destroy your your diet. So yeah, it happened to me also.
If you have one. So don't have a diet on Sunday. This is mine.
Have you ever gone on a date with a person from Tinder? Proudly no. No.
I don't have Tinder even. So we can see that we are both quite the real Göttingers. Or we still have a lot of actions to do in Göttingen. So can you tell me your favorite place in Greece?
When I go, for example, to Thessaloniki, you know, it's the city that I studied, but except that, all the Greeks that know this city know that it's one of the greatest cities. I mean, like in Greece, you have sea, you have a port, except the weather, that it is really amazing all over Greece. And for me, the best place that I have ever been to Greece is like Corfu. Before the crisis, like hit Greece, I think most of the Greek people used to, or were able at least, to go, you know, on vacation. This was my last vacation trip to Corfu, and although I have been to many islands in Greece, this got me. I mean, it is the island of music. I know maybe you've heard about it. Like you can hear everywhere musicians playing outside on the streets. It has its own musical school, the Corfu Musical School. The beaches also they're amazing, and the scenery, the environment there also.
So how would you describe Greek people? Do you know any stereotypes about Greek people, and what do you think about them?
Okay, there are stereotypes I think that we hear in Greece. There are stereotypes that are like that we hear from outside, like in every country. What we hear for us is that we are always like partying, like the Mediterranean people. Okay, we might party maybe like more than people like in North Europe.
Mm-hmm.
We have a saying in Greece. That we make our sadness a song, we make our sadness a dance. Although we get through some difficulties in life, we always manage to cope with it. And a way to do it is through music, it is through dance, it is through like art also. Mm-hmm. And although people might see that we are happy, and that is the side they get. That is the opinion they have, but it's not. It's a completely different thing, I think.
Okay. What would you say is the biggest difference between Germany and Greece, and what is the surprising similarity between these two countries?
Surprising similarity. Although it might sound surprisingly, we the Greeks, especially surprising for the Germans, work a lot. And when I mean work a lot, if you ask my father, if you ask like a nurse, if you ask a doctor in Greece how much they work and about, how much they get paid for it, and how like is the whole life level in Greece, you will be surprised. The thing is like you have to really live it. You have to go in a hospital, in a Greek hospital, to see how, the day of a doctor is, or the day of a Greek is in generally. So the similarity I found here, and maybe also a difference, is that I've seen people in Greece working too much, maybe, okay, I don't know if it's a political comment or not, working too much, instead of like here in Germany, I saw people that didn't have so much, how to say this, will.
So if I ask you 3 dishes to try in Greece, what would they be?
Okay, 3 dishes, tradition dishes in Greece. Surely like, at least to Greek, I mean, the tzatziki, as they all know, okay. As a dish, it would be also like many of our fish dishes, mainly like our octopuses, our whatever you can find, like really from fish in Greece. And our, for example, meatballs, I would say also, yeah.
Would you recommend a Greek salad?
It is like too mainstream, I would find, yeah. So, but the thing is also mainstream.
Yeah, but I love it.
And also some Greek salad, but really if you want to find a really good one, you should go like into a village to try.
If I ask you 3 cities to visit in Greece, what would they be?
You want specifically cities?
Yes.
Okay.
Only 3.
Okay, first like, but it's the subject of Thessaloniki, okay, my study city. Second city, like, for vacation I would recommend Corfu, as I said on the video before. And a third one would be, I would say like a city from Creta. Like, for example, Heraklion. Would be a really nice idea, yeah.
And Thessaloniki is the capital of Macedonia?
Yeah, it is the capital of Macedonia, exactly, and the second biggest city in Greece.
Okay, and the city Pella, where the Alexander the Great was born, is like not really far from Thessaloniki, right? So you can take a bus or a tour.
Yeah.
So if you are a fan of Alexander the Great or ancient history, you should go there and try to go to Pella as well. If I ask you the 3 most famous Greek persons, whom would you name?
Throughout the history?
Yeah.
Okay, like I would say like Socrates from ancient Greece. From the later years, I would choose...
Demis Roussos?
Okay, he's like two later years. I would say like most probably like from the later years, Onassis.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a billionaire?
He was, yeah, exactly, and a really smart guy. And all of our like heroes that were like fallen, I would say like the third person. All of our heroes that we had that fallen like during the whole history.
Okay, what would be the 3 most useful Greek words?
Okay, I would say like I love you, like Sagapo.
Sagapo.
Like, yeah.
Sagapo.
The first, so the second most important Greek word, I would say it's like thank you, ευχαριστώ.
Again?
Ευχαριστώ.
Ευχαριστώ.
Yeah. Okay. And the third most important word would be like, it's like as the Germans say, like auf Wiedersehen is like see you again.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have this like kind of hospitality in Greece. When people come, we're really like a family and we want to have them also sometimes back. So we say like is to epanidin, which means like see you. It's a little bit ancient, yeah.
Okay,
it's
say
like
it again.
Is
to
epanidin.
Epanidin.
Which is ancient Greek, which means like auf Wiedersehen, if you'd like translate it exactly.
Okay, then ευχαριστώ for your tips. So you are leaving Göttingen in Germany soon. What are your next plans?
Future, okay. To be honest, this Erasmus concept really opened my horizons, as they say. Like, I'm planning to make either an Erasmus practice semester, like in Spain, and for future I want surely to learn also one more language. For me, like either Spanish or Italian, it would be like best thing, yeah. And also to keep touch with all the people that I met here.
How would you describe your experience in Germany and particularly in Göttingen University?
Okay, I really wish I had more time, but you know, it's the life of a doctor. You never have, like, you know, most of the day you work in a hospital and you're tired, and so I had a really great time. Maybe I don't know, whenever I ask other friends about the Erasmus, and whenever I ask them about Erasmus, they were always telling me, yo, it's the best time of the life. Like, now I'm starting really to realize it, as you know, in June I'm leaving here from Göttingen, and now I want at least this month to enjoy even the smallest things like I enjoy here.
What would you like to advise or give some tips to other international students or upcoming international students?
Here to Göttingen?
Yes.
To advise, okay, get an umbrella, really. Be prepared for really like crazy stuff, and they shall not regret even a moment coming here, really.
So we still have a month with Konstantinos to collect strawberries, to swim in Bergerse, and be fined by Göttingen police for something. Konstantinos has prepared a gift from Greece, and it's here in this box, and we would really like to deliver it to one of you. But there will be a task, of course. If you remember, we were playing a game, a Real Göttinger. So your task will be to write or suggest the ideas of actions that the Real Göttinger must do in this city. So please write your comments below, and we will choose the best or the funniest one and send this amazing gift to you. Thank you again for being with us tonight.
Thank you too.
And thank you all for watching this video, and please share your comments and follow Facebook and Instagram in order to be updated about upcoming events. All the links you can find below this video. And goodbye. Say goodbye in Greek.
Adios, στο πανηδίν.
Is it Greek?